Every week, Jennifer and I really do our best to come up with topics that we feel are inclusive, relatable, and can hopefully benefit you in your life in some way, shape, or form. I was kind of in a downward spiral a little bit last week, feeling unsettled, and there were a lot of things going on, and I reached out to Jenny, of course, my soul sister, and her advice to me was befriend the funk. And that is where our topic derived from, the beautiful words and wisdom of my soul sister,
So sweet.
because it was something just so genuine and something she really felt at the moment. And we thought, you know what, this is something that we could really share, and I'm sure every single one of us can relate. So we're going to talk a little bit about what is a funk by our definition. Welcome to Conscious Conversations from the Funk Zone. And so we created a beautiful video for you guys, and as the universe would have it, we actually deleted it all by accident after we were done editing. And of course, Jen's face says it all. It's upsetting, but you know what? It's so funny that we have to learn the lessons as we go. And as much as we want to be teachers, we're still very much students of the universe.
Yeah.
And so this is just something we have to learn and we have to go through. And when you're experienced with something so in your face and sudden and upsetting, these are grounds for being in the funk for sure.
Yeah.
But what you do with it and how you come out of it is how you grow, how you learn, and how you are your best version of yourself. How do you feel, Jen?
At first, I was really upset. Okay, I was really pissed off.
Let's be honest.
I wanted to smash my phone. But, taking a step back and even just talking about it right now, I'm feeling a little bit better because, first of all, I know that's just an attachment and it's not serving me or Heather in any way. So it is what it is. It happened the way it was meant to happen. And it is so in line with our topic. You see how quickly these funks can happen? It's still there. It's lingering for me.
It's a shock.
It just comes out of nowhere.
What we wanted to say about the funk in our video was that the funk comes unexpectedly.
Yep.
And when it does, you're kind of on a high level, which we were. We were so excited to share it, ready to post. Oh my gosh, our material was great. And then it's a crash. And that's really what we went through. So like Jen said, it's so fitting that it had to happen for this episode. It's only our 4th episode,
Yeah.
but we've done everything, on our own and flawlessly except for this time. So
Yeah.
befriending the funk means, how you get over something so traumatic, which it feels like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And what you do with that, and again, how you move on and get to the other side.
Yeah.
And that was the whole point of our message in the first place. So we wanted to just kind of share something because we don't want to be out of integrity, because this channel is really, really important to us. Because it's our tool, it's our platform, but it's also our way to connect with people that we don't know everywhere around the world, and really hopefully spark some sort of inspiration or motivation to do what you love and be your truest self.
Absolutely. Befriending the funk is being able to see it when it happens, like we just did. We were just about to get into the funk really hard, but acknowledging it, saying, hey, I see you, and I want to be your friend. So right now, that's what we're doing. We're befriending the funk by still moving forward, by being authentic, and by hearing the message that we're meant to hear. So what I learned from this is not to have that attachment to the work that we kind of put into these videos. It's okay if something happens, and move on and go with the flow of it. There's no point of resisting or trying to change it or fix it. Just listen to the message, move forward, and create something big and beautiful anyways.
Exactly. Yeah. So this episode is about befriending the funk. about honoring your process, about seeing the signs for what they are, and taking the time needed to really learn what you need to learn and hear the message you're meant to hear. So let go of what you need to let go of, and just go forward, move forward, and do it anyways. It doesn't have to look a certain way. You know, we kind of had everything set up so nice. I wasn't wearing my glasses before.
We were looking fine. I mean, right now we look like the Simpsons.
We're very yellow.
We're very yellow for some reason.
This is part of it. So it's so important to stay authentic in our sharing, because this is what it looks like sometimes, and this is exactly how the funk shows up, especially in our world. And
absolutely. And you know what? We're not going to be, allowing it to take over our day or ruin our day in any way. And we're also not going to overanalyze it. We're just going to take it for what it is. I'm sure after filming, I'm still going to feel a little funky about it, but I'll get over it. I'm already, it feels good to be doing this anyways, regardless of the setup and the time that we took to do it. It doesn't matter. I mean, we're here now and you're with us, so we're so grateful that you're listening. But this is definitely what the funk looks like, and we're right now we're honoring it. This is what it looks like to honor, to befriend the funk. And I'm sure you can look back on times in your life where you had an unexpected thing happen to you and you couldn't even explain what you were feeling, was just off. You can feel like it's low energy and almost like a lesser version of yourself. But, don't judge yourself for that. It's okay. You're human, and we're all going through this life together in this world. So we're all learning lessons. We're all making mistakes, and we're all going to feel these weird feelings. And we just call that the funk. That's how we define it. So
that is how we define it. Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
So we also thought we could share a couple of our tips, I guess, or some of the things that we do when we're in the funk, and this put us in a perfect position. Instead of resisting it and getting upset and just walking away from the project or what we were doing, we really dove into it, and we just said, you know what, let's just share anyways, because our message is still the same, and no matter what we look like or what the lighting is like, the message is there. And so pushing through is actually a new one. It wasn't on our initial video, which, maybe that's something somebody needed to hear. So it's so great that we had to be taught the lesson in the moment we were trying to share the message.
So exactly. I mean, there's a few things that Heather and I do to get out of the funk, and, some of them being... one of them being pushing through, like we just learned. But for me personally, I know that I always go back to my sacred space to get centered and to be in that positive space. And, I can just pull out a book or just feel the good vibes in my little sacred space. So I would recommend that.
Something that I love to do is definitely convene with nature. Go back to our roots, where we're from, and just recharge, rejuvenate, and feel refreshed and revitalized again.
I also like to reach out to my soul sisters and to close family and friends to reconnect and just feel like to get better into... I'm stuttering like crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is what the funk is. I'm not going to even hide it. It just...
takes over.
It just took over right now in my mind, and I'm distracted, and I'm this is not structured. I don't even care. Okay, I'm not judging it. See? Okay, see? I caught it. Lessons. I'm not going to judge it. But yeah, some of the things that we do is reach out to our family and friends for some help, and we go to our sacred spaces. We go into nature, and we push through, and we also self-reflect and try to find the lessons in every funk.
So this is from our sacred space to yours. We can't apologize for the funk. It just shows up, and however it shows up in your life is perfect. Acknowledge it, be with it, honor it, go through the emotions, and come out on the other side yourself 100% ready to take on whatever it is, and just be you. perfectly and wonderfully, beautifully you.
Absolutely. Shine, 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 despite it all.
Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back soon.
Oh, and by the way, one more thing. If you feel like you're going through a funk, feel free to reach out to us if you'd like some guidance and support or just someone to speak to. So we're going to add our information below in the description box. Thank you so, so much for being here. We're sending you with so much love and light.
Always.
Always. Namaste.
Namaste. Trying to connect. Anybody listening?
Source.
Hey, focus.
Come out.
Focus.
Come on.
This is funk in action.
Play that funky music, white boy.
Ow, ow.
Play that funky music right.
Vegan ice cream.
Play that funky music, white boy.
What you know about that?
I don't know the rest of the lyrics
Lyrics.
again.